Hey, all you Zealots and Zerglings, it's time for another free-for-all on the map, Monsoon. I know what you're saying to yourself, Monsoon? For a free-for-all? Why, you're absolutely insane. And listen to me here. Look at me, listen to me. I want to tell you this once, and I want you to listen to good. Yes, I am. I have spawned up here in the northwest corner of the map as the purple Terran, and my neighbor and enemy is Dunamai as the blue Protoss. And rounding out the north side of the map is Mike as the orange Protoss. On the south side of the map we have the yellow Zerg Wolfpack, and in the very south position of the map we have Spartan as the pink Protoss, and he right now is in a commanding position because he has this whole area of the map is his. And that is a lot of resources to take into a free-for-all. Although, I've done a lot of free-for-alls where I've had the stranglehold on an awful lot of bases. It does not always make a difference. A little hitting the wrong unit combination against someone else, or just having a little bit of bad luck. Two guys hit you once, your army's out of position while you're getting hit from the other side, and it all comes crashing down. And I have no idea what these guys are gibbering about here. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't remember all this chatter. I was probably a little too busy with what I was doing, which is arguably very little. And, well, actually everyone's kind of doing very little right now. But we do have the early scout Wolfpack seeing his near neighbor is Spartan, and of course Spartan's going to be seeing likewise. Already pushing that probe out, probably going to check out what's going on here. I believe he has already scouted his neighbor, so he knows that Wolfpack is right there, although his Overlord's a bit of a dead giveaway. And he's going to scout to see, oh, he's going to be so happy to see there's nobody here. And it's unlikely anyone's going to hit this base for a long time. I mean, who's gonna hit that base? It almost would have been better if one of these middle bases had been untaken, because, you know, then either one of two people could go after it. But this base, I mean, there's not going to be anyone hitting it from over here for a long time, and who's going to want to come over across the center of the map and hit it here? So, Spartan in a commanding position. Is he going to be the odds-on favorite to win this match? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and find out. It looks like I'm keeping my build close to my chest. Actually, literally, keeping all my buildings close in. Protect against any kind of aggression. Keep everybody here in my nice little town here in the corner of the map. And everyone's probably going to remain fairly passive. We can speed this up a little bit. And this Overlord is getting very bold all the way over here. If this had been a Terran, there most certainly would have been Marines here by now. Well, I guess my barracks aren't up yet, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything because I am not really a Terran player. But this Overlord, not a fast mover, and just kind of out here doing whatever and scouting in this direction as well. Soon he's going to be seeing my portion of the map, but I will have Marines up here by then. Be bad for him getting that orbital command up. And we got Dunamai getting his Cybernetics core up, getting a Zealot up. Mike just getting his core up. Is he going to be starting that warp gate research? No, because he does not have any gas yet. So he doesn't have a lot of money yet either, so putting a lot of that into probe. So definitely going for some heavy macro play. Maybe not a bad idea because it's very timid, although Dunamai going to drop a pylon here in what is essentially Mike's expansion. But with this ramp right here, it's contested. Who wants it, I guess, although that pylon looks like it's blocking any sort of building placement right here. And, oh, that Overlord is in the center of my base, and my Marines were smart enough to kind of go snipe that away. So first blood has been drawn. And still scouting with his Overlords, just getting very bold with these Overlord scouts, and setting a drone out here. Does he know what's going on here? Oh, Spartan setting up a cannon is essentially locking down this base with what is essentially Wolfpack's natural, but he does have easy access to the skull, and it looks like he is going to take advantage of it as soon as possible. And Overlord's still continuing to scout. Stalker on the way, so I don't know. He's going to lose another Overlord potentially. Is this a good idea? I don't know. Oh, it's so hard to, I mean, Overlord Scout's not bad, but also slow and big targets, and the Stalker has spotted it, and this Overlord has no chance of getting away. Even if he ran right now, he might be able to get out far enough, but just quick run down the ramp, and that Overlord is dead. But nope, not just going to leave it out there to die, so there's nothing to do about it. And once again, we've drawn blood. The only one to lose any units is Wolfpack, losing 2 Overlords early. Probably not the best decision. Looks like he's getting up a Roach army. Some wings are in there. Gonna get that creep spread started. Is he gonna push it down? Has he seen what's here yet? He has not seen that there's cannons up here, and he's gonna quickly see the bad news, and he's gonna pull away. But I don't know. Those roaches might have been enough to take out these two cannons. There's no defense here. This cannon would have been up in time. I think he could have taken this out. Roaches are pretty beefy. They handle cannons pretty well. And with the Lings acting as cannon fodder, he probably could have broken this. And then what was Spartan going to do? Spartan would have been in a bad way. And he's trying to put up a base here, but I guess he's got this emergency probe back here to drop an expansion if he needs it. But that could have ended his game right there, despite the fact he had such a commanding position on this map. But no, he's going to pull back, not going to try to take out these cannons. Going to worry about getting expansion up here. And it looks like I'm getting ready to expand myself to this nice wide open base here. And Dunamai, realizing, oops, I can't really put a base there, is going to try it anyhow. And he's going to do some inefficient mining while getting a couple of cannons up there to protect. Unfortunately, you can't bring minerals back to a cannon. No matter how hard you try, they just don't take them. I don't know, it's just store policy. They accept cash, credit, but no minerals. And Mike's going to be taking this gold. He's in a commanding position to take that. And is he aware that he cannot take this base? He's not. He hasn't even scouted there. He doesn't even want to. It's like, don't want it at all. And my base is almost finished, but oh, Dunamai's going to drop a pylon there, being a bit of a pest. But so far, it's just a pylon. Easy to deal with a pylon unless you've got, like, 50 gates and you suddenly warp in a bunch of reinforcements while the pylon's trying to come out. But oh, here come the cannons. Dunamai locking down pretty much the entire north part of the map, which is going to give him access to a lot of bases if he takes advantage of it. So we got Spartan in the south. Dunamai's trying to take command of the north. Will it make a difference? And just as my base is finishing, and I see, oh, just as I'm ready to go, here comes a cannon. And I don't think I am in range to hit it before it finishes. Unfortunately, it's just far enough away where there's nothing I can do about it. Do you block off that base again for putting a base there? I'm not really sure. So now I'm like, well, you know, I have a tech lab. I can make Marauders. Marauders pretty good against the cannons. Probably even better than Roaches. But I'm like going to get fancy. Like, why don't we make siege tanks? Instead of just kind of beefing my way through, I'll get a little more clever, and we'll throw up some tanks. See if that does anything. And meanwhile, we've kind of got a stalemate here at this base. We've got cannons here blocking this off. We got creep preventing Spartan from taking this base. Although this creep tumor is in range of the cannons, they can see it, and he could send someone down there to quickly snipe if he wants. But instead, he's like, I don't need to. I got this whole third of the map to myself. Why don't we take advantage of that? And that's in fact what he is going to do. And looks like Wolfpack got his lair up. Gonna get some Spire Tech up, it looks like. Gonna go for some Mutalisks. I don't know, they could work. I mean, these cannons are only protecting right here. There's not anything protecting this base, although he is getting Stargates because he realizes, hey, I've got a V key. Meanwhile, I still have a growing cannon problem and no expansion I can take. I don't think I've scouted this base yet. No, I mean, I could take that, I could fly over there, but obviously that's not going to happen right now. And it's kind of a long way for me to send my army over there to take it. And probably he could reinforce it well enough if I didn't take my whole army, but I've got a growing cannon problem on my back door, and that's something I got to deal with. Definitely something I'm going to have to deal with. Still working, trying to get that siege mode out, starting my first tank, and oh, looks like I'm going to try to get into range, but looks like that observer is going to provide some vision of the high ground, and gonna get one cannon, and I'm going to scan and see, oh, we got more problems than that, and there's a lot of stalkers there, but they apparently don't want to take that on, although there's not a lot of forces here right now. I'm desperately trying to get out a tank, but he's definitely going to reinforce this. He's got this thing kind of locked down. A lot of cannons here. Has Mike even spotted this yet? Okay, yes, he has finally spotted that he has also got a growing cannon problem in his back door. And is this wise? The worst thing you can do in a free-for-all is attract the... Oh, never mind. We got that first tank up. And it looks like he's going to bring his stalkers forward. His observer is going to provide vision to the high ground. He's going to quickly snipe that. Probably could have set the tank back further. Maybe had something up there to repair. I wasn't expecting to be able to get ready to snipe that. I did not know that observer was there. Although, if it was close up to the ledge, he might have been able to see it anyhow. So I'm going to start getting a second tank, and that's just absolutely frustrating. But as I was saying, does he really want to draw the ire of two players? That's the worst thing that can happen. He's got two people that know he's holding their naturals. And that means at any moment he could have two people knocking on his front door or his back door or something, and that's pretty risky. Does he have the army to back it up, or are his cannons trying to write checks that his army can't cash? There, I knew I was going to get it out eventually. And I don't know why I'm scanning myself. I am the only Terran, so this is my scan. Maybe I was looking for an observer. Throwing down a missile turret. I must have been looking for an observer. It looks like I did get one cannon down. He's going to try to push up, but I've got a bunker there. And he's going to try to go against my army, but... Oh, he does have that observer. He was getting vision in the high ground again, but there are some Marauders in there. Marauders are fantastic against Stalkers, but he has a lot of Stalkers. I have a lot of Marauders, and he's going to snipe that siege tank, but lost a lot of Stalkers there, and that one's, just going to get away. Another shot would have taken it out. Even a Marine could have taken that boy down. So he's going to continue. He's taking another one of my tanks. I'm going to try another. Oh, we got Mutalisks now for Wolfpack, who's going to try to push on here, but my missile turrets are going to force that back. 4 Mutalisks against the missile turret. Not exactly the most beneficial thing for him there. And I'm kind of stuck right now. I'm stuck on one base. I need to get another base up because I really don't have that much right now, and I'm putting all my resources in trying to take this part out. Although he's not really optimizing. I mean, he's not taking this base. It looks like he's getting the next up to try to take it, and it looks like Wolfpack's Mutalisks have spotted that, but they're going to take him a while to take him down. There are quite a few Stalkers there, but he hasn't taken this base. He's mining this one inefficiently and not very well saturated, so he's got this part of the map locked up, but he's not taking advantage of it while he's got everyone at his stalemate. He's got a bit of money saved up. I mean, maybe he needs that for an army. He seems to be pretty low on the production facilities. Only 4 gate off of, well, a base and a half, essentially. Is that going to be good enough? And are we long distance gas Spartan, you wacky little devil? Long distance gas mining. Even because that's all you can take. I suppose you could try to long distance mine that, but that would be a little more obvious. This one is pretty stealthy and quite brilliant, actually. Just an extra boost of gas. It can always help. Suppose he's got, yes, a growing Void Ray army because he found the V key. And these Mutalisks are still poking around right now. And have I given up on tanks? I might have given up on tanks. Still scanning, trying to see what's going on there. And oh, it looks like, I think I did have another tank up, and it almost took out this pylon. Or was that already down from before? I can't remember if I had another tank. But it looks like I'm lifting up my factory. I am sick and tired of this cannon at my back door. It is time to do it. Marauders, Marines, charge in. Let's take this thing on. Let's destroy these cannons, destroy these Stalkers. You know, we got these Mutalisks still trying to cause some harassment. We got some Colossus there for Mike, but not really doing anything right now. And I'm going to take down those cannons. Oh, quick shot's going to unpower those two, but oh, that one was just in range of this cannon. So a quick snipe at this pylon and no more cannon defense. He's like, oh, that was sort of our ace in the hole. We better get out of here. And suddenly he's not with much of an army. And he's definitely angered one person and doesn't really have much in the way of defense for it, although I don't really have much of an army either. And he's going to try to take it on head on. I'm going to have to try to pull back. He's going to blink forward and try to snipe some more units. I'm going to get a couple of Marauders there into the bunker. And he doesn't look like he wants to take that on right now. And it looks like the Mutalisks are now poking at Spartan. They want to find a target, but oh, it looks like the Void Rays are like, hello, no, that would be my base. So those Mutalisks made it all the way around the map, and it looks like I still have Stalkers in my base. I don't know when he kind of snuck in there, and I'm trying to take them out. I need to unload these 2 Marauders because Marauders are pretty good against the Stalkers. But it looks like I'm going to maybe get enough out here to take it down. I do have a Marauder there, and he's pretty good. And meanwhile, oh, Wolfpack, you have angered the mighty Spartan and his massive Void Ray army, and those Mutalisks are not going to be enough. They're so flimsy. That many Void Rays, they just completely disintegrate. And he looks like he's going to try to counterattack, and he's always got these cannons to worry about, but oh, he's going to forget about that, and there really is no defense in here. It's just the Void Rays. There's no cannons up here. But with these Void Rays and these Void Rays and these that are coming, I think that's going to be about it. And meanwhile, Mike's had enough about this guy at his back door. Exactly. I mean, he just lost both of his little backdoor front lines right here because this Stalker Colossus army is pissed, and it is going to teach him a lesson. And now what he's at, he barely had that saturated. He never really took this base. He never took this base, and now he's on zero. Oh, he's on 0 bases, no production facilities. And Wolfpack's like, yeah, Void Rays and a free-for-all. Yeah, we've never seen that before. And Dunamai locked down the top of the map, but he never did anything with it. And now he's trying to get up some more gates, but it is way too late. He lost his window of opportunity. He didn't take the bases he had at his disposal, and angered 2 people in the process. And that's not a good thing to do when those 2 people have to be on both sides of you. But it looks like he's gonna... His probes are trying to escape right into my very, very angry troops that have lost several siege tanks and several of their pals, and a planetary to boot. So is Dunamai just not a good game plan. Although this is not a good base to be in unless you're Spartan and you have a third of the map at your disposal and pumping out those Void Rays like crazy. So meanwhile, I'm trying to rebuild. I'm getting a Stargate out, and do I know what's coming yet? Because there's a lot of Colossi and a lot of Stalkers, and not a lot of upgrades yet, just a shield upgrade, but they're pushing forward. Are they going to continue onward after this, or are they going to be content in taking out their immediate threat and maybe just expand and do some fun stuff? Planetary is done, but Colossi do outrange that. I'm trying to get some Marauders down there. I don't know if I even know that Dunamai's done yet until suddenly I have a Colossus shooting at my base. That can't be good. And Dunamai's out of the game. Looks like Wolfpack's out of the game too, although Spartan's going to make sure he's thoroughly dead, although sometimes it's hard to notice when someone has actually left the game and you don't want to leave them sitting there in case they are in fact still alive. And I got some problems of my own. It's like, oh, I got a reactor starport. Maybe we can get out some Vikings. Oh, do I wish I had Chrono Boost right now. Infantry, not going to do anything against this. It's absolutely getting destroyed. My base is in deep trouble right now. Trying to get a factory out of there. Trying to run my SCVs, but oh, running my SCVs basically into the gauntlet. Ow, that was absolutely, oh, that was a horror show. That was an absolute horror show. And my Vikings are up, but they got to stay away from these stalkers that, you know, can shoot up. And I'm gonna try to take some pot shots, but those stalkers are gonna respond quickly, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I guess it's time to get out of there. What do I have left? A couple of SCVs are hiding there. One of them with a little gas canister, and at the same time, oh, we've got some Void Rays here, and ooh, now these Colossi, I've got to get out of there. But these stalkers have to take out these Void Rays, because I guarantee you he does not have enough gateways to rebuild that many stalkers all that quickly. And obviously this many stalkers wasn't enough, so he's going to need a lot more than what he just lost in order to take out these Void Rays, and I don't think he has it. So what is he going to do about these Void Rays right now? Oh, he's going to get out 4 Stargates right now. I don't know if this is the right decision, because remember what I told you recently. Oh, and I managed to snipe one Colossus as they were marching on their way home. Yeah, take that, Colossus. But he's going to try to quickly make some Void Rays to counter this. And I gotta tell you, I told you this in a recent cast. When Void Ray goes up against Void Ray, the cardinal rule 1 is the Void Ray always wins. So why would you build Void Rays, you know? That's just crazy. But honestly, at this point, you're gonna try to out Void Ray someone who's already got a sizable Void Ray army, a ton of money, more building, and ridiculous upgrades. Almost max upgrades could, you know, kind of work on those shields right now. Meanwhile, I'm building a couple of command centers for kicks, I guess. Maybe while they're busy fending each other off, maybe I can rebuild something about, you know, maybe about 100 Vikings or something. And oh, those poor Colossus, they're like, oh, we can't walk into the water, so we're gonna have to try to get out of here. And he's gonna bring in some stalkers, but like I said, I did not believe he had the gateways in order to get up enough get up as many stalkers as he had before he lost them to these Void Rays. But he's trying to thin them out. Will he get enough anti-air? He's thinning them out quite well, and I don't think he'll have to worry much more about this except for, oh wait, all of these that will soon be knocking at his other front doorstep. And here come his Void Rays, but remember, when you have Void Rays against Void Rays, Void Ray always wins. 100% guarantee. Put all the money in the bank on that one. And there's the GG from Mike. And we can just speed this up right now because we all know the inevitable happening. Although I have managed to establish a base and 2 Vikings, which are sure, well, 1 and quarter Viking, if you can call that a quarter, but it's almost a quarter Viking. And a barracks. But yeah, I think we know the inevitable is here. As long as I'm not sure if I'm aware how many people are actually left. Considering I've been stuck in this corner of the map all game, it's kind of hard to get a good sense of what's going on. But that is the inevitable. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll make some missile turrets, but yeah, out of money now, so that's not going to happen. But hey, quite an exciting contest. We learned a few things, and we learned once again that if you're Protoss, just remember, you have a V key. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this game, and have a day.